Good afternoon on what is a mild, bright and sunny day. It is Friday the 28th of February and I'm in the reading up with a nice hot cup of tea and a box to continue unboxing. And what I've got in here is a copy of The Last Secret Agent, The Extraordinary Story of a WW2 Spy in her own words, written by Pippa Latour with Jude Dobson. So, you know you can change your mind, don't you? Even now, even when you are halfway across the English Channel, any time before you jump. Yes, I know, I quickly reassured her, and I won't. In June 1940, the Special Operations Executive, SOE, was set up to wage a secret war tasked with sabotage and subversion behind enemy lines. Of 470 special agents, 39 were women, 25 managed to escape capture and execution. None before have told their story in their own words. This memoir tells the astonishing true story of Phyllis Pippa Latour, the world's last surviving French section SOE agent. Born in 1921 on a jetty at a port in South Africa, she had an unusual start to life, followed by a childhood spent in the Serengeti, Kenya and Paris. In 1945, Pippa was recruited in London and found herself parachuting in to France, aged just 23. Travelling through the rural French countryside with the codes concealed in a hair tie and a Morse key tucked beneath her bicycle seat, she sent crucial information back to Britain in the lead up to D-Day. More than once, she came dangerously close to being discovered. For decades, Pippa told no one, not even her children, of her incredible feats. Now, for the first time, she recounts all the full, true story of an extraordinary life. Now, one thing, of course, it says in 1945, Pippa was recruited in London and so on, and was sent information back to Britain in the lead up to D-Day. Well, D-Day is 1944, so presumably she actually parachuted into France a whole lot earlier. So we actually got a map there of France in 1940. It's actually split between the occupied zone and the free zone until 1942 under the Vichy government. And we've got a forward. Then we've got the contents page. And a photograph of Pippa herself in her WAF. Women's Auxiliary Air Force uniform, and then the preface, and that's a photograph of her in 1942. And a prologue, and we start off with her early years. So essentially this provides the groundwork for a background to how she became recruited into the SOE. So this is the sort of thing would be useful to just read for interest, but also you can mine it for stories and role-playing and that sort of thing. And then she goes, so basically she's in Europe at the start of the war. And then she actually moves to Britain to engage in war work, to actually join up and serve. And it's just sort of like during the Blitz, and here she has a change of service. So this is actually, it's 1943 when she is actually recruited, so that she can be parachuted into France in 1944, 1943, and begin transmitting data back, and so on, from across France. And here you have, essentially, this has got a telegram to a friend that was potentially never sent, and her leaving England to go on the mission itself, and her arrival in France. So this is a very personal novel, obviously biography, and I think fairly easy to read. I think it's not going to be it's not a heavy historical read, but an interesting one to actually see the operation and the training from a participant's point of view, especially a female SOE agent. Even a moment where it's basically where she was actually caught and questioned by the Gestapo. And then the monumentous event that was D-Day and its aftermath, in the extra efforts put in by the French resistance following D-Day, because they knew the invasion had come, and they wanted to disrupt the German defence as much as possible, and then leaving France to go back to Britain. And then arriving back in England. And then it has an epilogue. So, you know, essentially what happened left when she returned to Africa, left England afterwards and returned to Africa. And then Pippa's service details and honours. And memorials for the SOE. And then we've got some women agents of SOE FLF section. There we go. About the authors and basically the author's blurbs on the flyleaf cover. So that is The Last Secret Agent, the extraordinary story of a World War II spy in her own words. And it's going to be a really fascinating read if you've got any interest in espionage and any interest in World War II. In the meantime, I do hope you enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you did, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you take the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a book, with a box, containing a book or game or role-playing game. In this case, basically a biography of an SOE agent, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.